So this video is to look at survey points but as a surface. So we want to see if what the gradient is, elevation between points. We can look at our survey and using the Landstar 8 tool we can create a surface to look at and understand more about our survey. So if we have a quick look in our survey, we have a boundary recorded in points of the 18th green of a golf course, and at the moment we're just looking at a flat selection of points. If we look at those points by pushing the points reference, we can see that we have changes in height along our elevation column, but if we want to visualize this better, we can go into our surface stakeout tool. There's two ways we can do this, but this is the first one. We can click new and we'll call it green, and then we can select our points. So we can select from the map, and simply by holding our finger on we can highlight all the points we want to include in our surface. That's now selected all of them. We click OK. We don't have to put any break lines or boundaries in. This is surface style. You can either just have a wireframe or we can have a shade. So we're going to use shade because we want to see the change in elevation, and then we can do the by elevation terrain, and then we can click OK, and that is going to load a map for us. Now we can see that the red is the high areas, the green is the low areas, the green to yellow is the low areas. There's not a huge elevation change across all of this, so it won't be hugely visual, but from a golf ball's point of view, there's plenty of elevation here. Once we've got it in 2D, we can then change it to 3D, and we can see in the top right hand corner our northing and easting, and just by holding our finger on the screen we can then rotate this to have a look at our elevation change. And we can see to the right of the screen we've got our high areas, and to the left of the screen we've got our low areas. We can also do this more accurately by pushing on our menu button on the left hand side, by pushing the second box down, and this gives us the option of how we view it. So if we take the, we're obviously viewing from the top right now, but if we take the very last box we can see the elevation change. That's put the height on the left hand side of the screen this time. But we can also push the next one, which gives us that view again, and it shows us our different elevations. We can then click OK on here, and that has put us a surface in there, which is great. What we can also do is we can use the if we go into tools, we can use the volumes tool, and this would give us a cut and fill. This would show us how much we need to fill the low areas or to dig out the high areas to get a level surface. So we simply click new on here. We can call it green again because this is a different file format. If we take a reference point as the reference elevation, we go to our points, and I believe that 0.9 was our lowest point. Yes, 0.10, 0.11. So we click on 0.11, click OK, and then we use our surface, which was the one we've just done in the shaded before. We click accept, and then we do our calculation, so surface to elevation. So that's taking our lowest point, 0.11, and looking at it against all the other points, and then we hit calculate. It's going to give us some details of the surface area and what would need cutting and what would need filling, but if we click view we can see here that the green area is where we would need to fill. You can see at the bottom of the screen that we would have to put 46 or 47ish cubic meters of earth in to fill that area, or if we wanted to cut we would have to remove 30 cubic meters. Again, we can view this in 3D if we want. So we just push the little map button at the top, select 3D, and then we've got our little boxes again. So we can then just look at it and we can see our cut and fill in 3D. And we can rotate that around as we want. And there we go, we have our high area on our right, our low area on our left, and we've got obviously a little mound in the middle, more to the right hand side. And then if we want to export that report, we can just simply hit export. It's going to do us a PDF. We select download, hit export, and it's going to export all of that for us, and we'll have a full-on PDF. And if we have a look at what that PDF looks like, we can go to our files, simply go to downloads, and we've got a PDF in there which was carried out today, and there is our volume report and all the information that we want to know about it.